All right. It is now noon in Ireland, which means any minute now, Hanshan 2 will begin.
Chunkan for Pokshi. What do you think, Shinki?
I say yes, but at the same time I want to say no because I'm going to say well, oh, I forgot to reset the points. I'm going to say Kokushi might not be the funniest Yaku to go for. So,
True.
You know? But that's only my personal opinion.
I think I'd lean towards no for the same reason.
Yeah.
Ankan late in the round against Kokushi Tenpai. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. Although it is quite spectacular when you see it. You're like, well, that's a closed con. There is no way it deals it to anyone, right? And then you get hit with the Yakuman. But that makes it, that's why it makes it also...
I think it's funnier if it's not allowed. And it's just the one person on the table that's suffering.
Yeah, I mean, probably, yeah.
Silently.
I believe it's better to leave it at... Well, it makes sense to have it forbidden if you don't get double loan as well. Because it's a bit of a, like, you want to remove any edge cases, because, like, having double loan also means you need to figure out how to handle deposits and such, home base and such, and that's why EMA and online games make it very, like, handle it very differently, which leads to multitude of ways to handle stuff.
Yeah.
So at least having clear-cut, like, remove all the edge cases like that, all the special cases, you actually have a much simpler rule set. With a game that's already very complex, I believe it's not that big of a price to pay. Alright, now we're going to start Hanshan 2. So I'm going to update the HUD, my bad for the delay. So east we have Tramy, oh, with upper cases, there we go. South we have Martin again, west we have Conor, and north we have Zhiyu. So that should be correct. Oh, I need to update the score as well. Oh, my bad. So plus 64.6 and minus 19.9. Now that should be correct. We're in East 1 of Hanshan 2 of the Irish Championship. Currently, Tramy is in the lead with plus 64.6, and she begins Hanshan 2 as dealer. Alright, Hanshan starts now. Good luck to all four contestants. I'm going to have to find a setup so I can check the Discord chat as well as the Twitch stream. Maybe if I pop out this window over here. Make it like this, this, and that. That should be perfect. Alright.
Alright, is 1M.
1M noted. I'll update the HUD right away. This around here.
Hermes Hypite seems decent, but not quite up to par with her Hypite as the previous game.
You mean to say it's underwhelming?
Yeah.
Alright, south seat. Oh, where do you went to north? Okay, there it is. Okay, so Martin. There seems to be a bit of a hiccup here. It seems like a. Oh no, that was a call actually. Never mind. Okay, I was wondering whether there were like two discards in one. Okay, that's because you called pawn east. All right, all good. My apologies. Oh, there was a camera hiccup after all. Okay. All good. Now it should be resolved. Conor with actually potentially strong hand, but decides to cut the non-south here. Could be edging Manzu Honitsu with Yakuhai.
Dora suit as well.
Dora suit. I believe it's buff Yakuhai as well.
I think so. I think.
Oh, it is Sha and Chun. That could lead to,
Yeah.
at best, if we're allowed to dream a little bit, Toi Toi Yaku Yaku Honitsu Dora Dora. Could lead to a Baiman potentially. Now, realistically, it could lead to Mangan at the very least. With 2 Yaku and Honitsu, that's already big enough. With Conor being in a bit of a tough spot with that previous 3rd place, but not crazy far behind Tramy. Like, it's very doable. Ishanten now
Yeah.
on that.
And considering it's Tramy's dealer turn, this is a good chance to try and make a comeback as well.
Absolutely. That's a second call from Zhiyu as well. Ishanten, 1 away from Tenpai.
Shapes are still pretty rough, but she does have a good central floater, the 6M, to try and improve things.
Mm-hmm. Smogiri for Conor, 5 soul. Tenpai for Zhiyu, Ton Nomi, waiting on Kanchan Rosso. Rosso doesn't seem to be... Yeah, it's pretty... Oh, there is a second Rosso, but that's Chitoi Ishanten for Martin. He'll go for it, he'll keep the Rosso here. So that's 2 Rosso left in the wall then. Ton, not very useful, it's already called. That's... Oh, Pon! He goes for Toi Toi once again. This time he does have some incentive to go Toi Toi with that pair of Nun. That's his Seat Wind. Tenpai for Conor, waiting on 7-8 man. If he drops the Dora, goes for it of course. That's Mangan. 7-8 man Shampoo with 2 in Zhiyu's hand. Ishanten as well for Tramy.
Yeah, I don't think Martin had any those dolls.
Martin playing dangerously, dropping the Manzu against that Honitsu.
He probably still thinks it's a bit early.
Yeah.
He thinks he might have some leeway, perhaps.
Will he count on the Sha actually? No, he does not. Okay. Oh, there is Sumo! That's the Mangan. Very strong start from Conor. The Irish champion in title will not let his throne so easily. Honitsu, Sha, Chun, Mangan, 2000, 4000, with Tramy currently in first, paying the dealer penalty for that. So that's great news for Conor.
The scores could be very quickly turned around if Conor gets first here and Tramy does get last. Dora is A.
That is noted. Martin is dealer now with a double East pair, Dabuton pair. That's pretty big.
Yeah.
Decent shapes, not too bad.
There's probably sometimes Honitsu, but he decides to cut Chun immediately. It doesn't look particularly great, but in order to keep his lead, he might just try to win a quick hand, quick Dinomi or something.
Yeah, as previously mentioned by Crow77, it was pretty tricky to read this as a Manzu Honitsu because of the lack of Pinzu in this card as well. It could be any of 2 suits. The only hint we could have is the Dora suit, which was Manzu, but the Dora has been discarded by that player. So it was actually a very interesting situation. Alright, back to this current round. The shapes... Okay, probably Zhiyu has an overwhelming advantage in terms of shape. Tramy is Ishanten though, but the shapes are not so great. There is Diamen and Penchan that are overlapping in acceptance. And Martin has rough shapes, but also not too far from Tenpai.
Yeah.
Conor is the slowest for now.
I believe Zhiyu also has...
Yes!
pretty much now.
Ishanten, 1, 2, 3 Sanshoku if he pulls the 1-man. And the 1-4-man would also be very good to have, with the 1 being the most expensive out. The Takame.
Yeah. Martin Ishanten on 7p and Ton as well. with that forest roll, I believe.
Oh, that is massive! Tempai
And
for
one.
Martin. Champon 7 pin 1 so with Riichi Dabuton. 1 so would be Tempane, that is Fu Bump, that would bring the hand up to 50 Fu, which would value the hand at 9,600, which is massively expensive for a non-Mangan hand. And Sumo would be Mangan regardless. 7 pin, 1 in Conor, 1 so 1 in Zhiyu. That leaves 2 in the game? Maybe 2 in the wall. Oh, maybe Con. Oh, wow. That is dangerous.
Wow.
Close Con from Tramy, 6 so close Con.
Very aggressive plays.
Yeah, that's what we want to see. That's what the audience wants to see.
True.
New Dora 6 so, which is Tramy's Con.
Wow. Wow.
So Tramy has a guaranteed manga now. However,
Now she
her hand
definitely
is...
has reason to push.
Yeah, she has a very strong incentive to push, but how to proceed? 1 pin drop. No more
She picks the
Ipatsu.
highest acceptance.
Oh, the sleeve from Martin revealed 1 tone, I believe, from his hand.
Yeah.
Let's hope it doesn't give out too much info to the other
It
players.
may be detrimental to the other players even if they draw one of the tones.
Oh, that might be true, actually. There's only 1 tone left in the game, but
Yeah.
that could be true. Zhiyu keeps pushing against Dealer Riichi and Dora Ankan. Ooh, 1 so is Suji now. That could be very dangerous. That could be... Pon! Tempai with no Yaku for Dora.
Yakunashi Tenpai.
6 pin, close to the winning tile, but not quite. Chi from Conor, maybe, to get 5, 6, 7, but... Wait, no, that's Chombo! Yakunashi.
Ah. Being pointed out.
Tramy declares a win, but maybe she was...
Is
maybe
it the
she...
same penalty as EMA?
I believe so, it's
believe
minus
it's-
20.
Minus 20 after the game is ended. So it's not... It won't affect the current scores. It's just a penalty applied after the game is over.
Yes. Should I just update the total score? I'm just asking to the technical staff if I should update the total score to mention just minus 20. Because it would bring the total down to 44.6, but then it makes the total accurate. Okay, so it has been agreed upon. So there we have it. The total has been updated to include the Chombo now. And the round resumes from start. Is 2.
You do see it occasionally in tournaments. People get a bit overexcited when their hands are expensive and they're in a risky situation. It's easy to miss things like that.
It's very easy to miss, especially when you think of your hand as being, you know, like I mentioned, Mangan guaranteed because you got 4 Dora. So
Yeah.
you put yourself in a situation where you think, okay, my hand is guaranteed to be Mangan. And as soon as you get Tempai, you're like, okay, if I win, that's Mangan. And then you forget you don't
Yeah.
have a Yaku, so you cannot win.
But I think the important point is to not get too flustered from here on, because she does still have a significant lead over the other players.
That is true. So she must not let it get to herself because she's still in first place in spite of that penalty. That is, and in spite of her being last place for now, if she were to play the game normally and, you know, keep her strong lead and maybe overtake the other pairs to get out of last in that Hanshan, she will still have a very strong lead in the overall totals. So it's very far from it, but it does open the door to an easier comeback for the other 3 players. So
Yes.
the hands have not been clearly easy to play so far from what I could see. Good shapes for Zhiyu. Oh, great pull, by the way. The Penchan 3 pin is
Yeah.
massive. 1 pin Dora, by the way. I forgot to mention it to update the HUD, sorry.
It solves a lot of the issues with Zhiyu's hand.
Absolutely.
The draw.
Martin, what was it?
Martin, I believe 4 PG.
Oh,
Right,
so it's
for
Tayo.
Tayo.
Okay. Oh, another Dora for Zhiyu. That... Well, he doesn't have a hard pair yet. The only pair he has is 7-so, but it has a 7-7-8 shape. So that could be a way to get a pair, also more value and just 1 4-pin acceptance. So that is still very good news for Zhiyu.
Tramy maybe considering Kokshi here.
Kokishi or Chanta.
Yeah.
I believe we have a Chanta lover among us today.
Yeah. I don't think we'll see it very much in this tournament.
Right.
But it is a very aesthetic piece.
No, she's going all out. Either Pinzu Honitsu or Kokishi.
I suppose it will depend on whether she draws any more honors or Yakai, perhaps.
Good draw for Zhiyu. Now up to the Enchanted 2 Dora in hand. For now, both are useful.
No progress for any players so far. Zhiyu's hand has advanced lightning, I suppose.
I guess it has... It's a bit wider now in terms of acceptance.
Yeah.
Still
it doesn't
too
actually
Enchanted.
widen the acceptance too much if you really want to hold on to Dora.
Right. That opens more doors, but most of them lead to Dora drop, so it will be a decision. Conor Enchanted here. He's also south seat, so he can call the nun to get Tenpai. Tramy not very far advanced with her Kokishi attempt. She is missing 3 tiles, I believe. To get to Tenpai, that is. She has currently 9 types, I think.
I think she's mainly missing the terminals.
Yes, I've seen her have 6 of 7 honors, I believe. She's missing the Haku, and she's missing 1 pin, 1 man, 9 man. So that's 4 types missing. That is 3 to get Tenpai and 1 to win, of course. So she is 3 away from Tenpai. And there is Haku. That was the second one, I believe. 1 man. Okay, so that's one of the ways that we talked about that might lead to Dora drop, because now Zhiyu is Enchanted, but all of the ways to get Tenpai lead to Dora drop. That is to say, he might still draw 1 4-pin or 2 3-pin to make it possible to use the Dora, but for now, that is the current state of his hand. Martin goes with the non-guaranteed Taiyao route, dropping 6-8 man, waiting on 1 4 man instead, with 1 man being no Yaku, I believe.
Yes. I'm not sure how many of the 1 man are out. I saw 1 at least, but I'm not sure if there are any more than that.
Panning up on more honor tiles, but is she she's going out of Kokishi now. She's probably going for Chanta then. 3 away from Chanta as well.
Chanta or Chitoi. That's also a thing.
Could also be 3 away from Chitoi as well. That's true. Now, for players who don't know if it's gonna be Kokishi or not, I don't know if the pay is dead already. I think it's 1 left.
I believe so. There's 2 out. So if you're going for Chitoi, it's not.
Oh, it is dead after all. It's 3 out, and she's got the 4th one. So there is no Kokishi. Kokishi is impossible here. Riichi for Zhiyu. Waiting on 7-9 man. Riichi Doraichi. Riichi 1 Dora. 7-9 man Shampoo. With 7-9 being 0 out, I believe. 1 in Tramy's hand that she drew in Ipatsu.
And 1 7 man in Conor's hand.
That leaves 2 in the wall, I believe.
Yeah.
7 has become Suji. Is that enough to see it discarded? Let's see what
Conor
happens.
does seem to still be pushing his hand, though. So he may decide to chase soon.
Yeah, he is Enchanted after all.
Yep.
Martin Tenpai with no Yaku.
With Tenpai. And there's the 1M draw. Yeah.
Oh, that could be tricky.
He might be able to maintain K10.
That is Tenpai with no Yaku. Oh, that's one of the remaining winning tiles. He might be able to get... Oh, but the nun is stuck in Tramy's hand. Unless she decides to defend by dropping them, I don't see Conor getting Tempai easily.
He still seems to be trying to push slightly. With his stream
Slightly.
pressure.
One so. It was 3, 4, 5 pin and 5, 6, 7 soul. So it was after all. Oh, Tempai. That could be dangerous. If he drops 7 mon, he deals into Zhiyu's hand. But if he drops 8 mon, his weight is empty. He goes with the wider weight, drops it, and deals in. It was Suji after all. 1 Ura. That's big. Makes it 5,200. Riichi, Dora, Ura. Paid by Conor to Zhiyu. So...
That's a big swing. He takes the lead with that. The 10.4k swing against first place.
So 5-2 makes 32,800, I believe.
Yes.
And 5-2 over here, 33.2. And we move on to East 3 with Conor being Tempai, no, being dealer.
I mean, we'll see if he's Tempai or not.
That is true.
Probably not. Quite a prototype. That's decent. Dora, I missed what it was. It's east. East is the Dora.
Oh, that's a bad habit of mine. I just wrote in the Twitch chat as an answer because I didn't want to cut you while you were describing the hands. But yeah, regarding Kokushi, because that's what the discussion was in here. It is fairly common actually to get Kokushi with 8 tiles or less sometimes when it comes to online plays, just because you cannot cancel the round actually. So as far as online plays go, it's one common way to actually get it. You try to fold your hand because it's so bad you cannot go for anything and you end up with that miraculous Tempai. So you're actually like winning that kind of Kokushi. Or when you got, you know, no value and no way to create value for a strong comeback in the later rounds, so you have to go for that kind of hand.
Yeah.
Just to reply to the questions that were at hand. Alright, Dora is Tong.
East wind.
So there it is. Conor with the dealer turn here. Pretty decent shapes. 2 completed groups. Maybe looking for Tayo here. Zhiyu, also pretty decent hand. Try with a pair of Chun that could lead to an open hand maybe. And Martin with maybe 1, 2, 3 Sanshoku, but that looks uncertain for now.
It's going to be pretty tough, yeah.
The 3, 4, 4, 5 shape. Right, oh, Ishan to Conor. He has a Forso pair, that's true. So he could decide to go for a Sanshoku this way, but that does ruin a very good shape.
Yeah.
So
for the moment, he doesn't have another pair, so it might turn out that way, but...
Okay, now with a diamond, it might be different now. He's got a diamond of 2 5-pin. So if he values his shapes more than his Yaku, he might decide to overlook the 1, 2, 3 Sanshoku here, but he might in turn get a 3, 4, 5 Sanshoku. That might be likelier. Oh, actually, that might be possible now. There it is.
Yeah, that's a very good draw.
There it is. Still, the Enchanted still 2 away, but...
He does still have the issue of not having a confirmed pair somewhere, which makes Sanshoku a bit tough.
So, yeah, I believe Tramy paired up the tone, but now it's also paired up by Zhiyu. That's what we call mochi mochi. That is when 2 players hold a pair of the same tile at the same time. and that makes a sort of deadlock where one of the players has to drop the pair in order for the other player to call it. Or if you have any, reason to think that one other player has that pair of in their hand, you might want to take that into consideration if you want to make a weight that's not waiting on that pair. So that is another Dianmen, Kanchan, or any kind of weight that doesn't wait on the tong. On top of that, the tong here, the E style is the Dora, so that makes it even less likely to be discarded by any of the players. But maybe Zhiyu has good shapes here. He might be getting another weight than the tong itself. We'll have to see about that. And Tramy also has a way to get a Yaku that's not a tong with a Chun pair. That will depend on when Zhiyu decides to discard it, because he's holding it right now.
Yeah, he's been holding on to the Chun for quite a while now as well.
Yes, it seems like he's not quite decided to help another player advance their hand so far. Will it be a chi from Martin? No, skips. That would have put him at Ishanten, but his draw puts it at Ishanten all the same. However, that's a pretty tricky Ishanten, because although the 2-3-3-4 and 3-4-4-5 shapes are good, they're not yet profitable, as in that's your only pairs. If you can find a way to make another pair with the Manzu shape especially, or to draw another tile around those shapes in the Manzu and the Pinzu and Sozu, then you may be onto a very wide Ishanten. But for now, it's only a 3-type Ishanten, 2 of which are already in his hand. Oh, he might call Chi here. Oh, that would be for Tanyo only, no Sanshoku.
Yeah.
Hesitating. And it seems like he's going for it. Chi.
He takes the 4M Kanchan.
Yep. Tanyo Nomi.
Tanyo Nomi.
That'll be 1,000 points. 4-mon is in all of the players' hands 1. And Tramy draws the last one right this instant. It's an empty weight, unless she discards it. Drops 1-man instead. Very smart move.
Yep.
So now Martin's weight is empty currently, although he has ways to improve it.
It is also fairly late in the round, and everyone's hands seem to be fairly stuck.
Yes.
I think partially because of the Mochi Mochi on Ton.
Yep, I agree. Oh wait, he dropped it because of the 6-man draw. That was unexpected. That's Martin's win. 1,000 points. Tanyo Nomi. From Conor to Martin. So Martin 29,000, Conor 31,800. So although Conor had a strong head start with that Mangan Sumo in East 1, he's now down to 2nd place and getting closer to the starting amount of points. And now we enter East 4. With Zhiyu's deal turn currently in the lead. That is, a very important position for him to hold, because he did get a last place in the previous Hanshan with a minus 47. So now if let's say the game were to end right here, he would still be at minus 28.8, but at least it mitigates his negative score quite a bit.
The placements are actually perfectly reversed from the last game currently.
That is true.
You in first, Conor in second, Martin in third, and Tramy in last. Which, if things stay this way, it might balance out the scores a bit more.
Agreed. That will make it easier.
Make it easier for everyone to aim for first.
Absolutely. It just shows how in Japanese Mahjong, nothing is ever over until the very end. Okay, Zhiyu with a very difficult hand. I see he dropped 4-man Forso right away from turn 1 and 2. Looks like he's edging Chanta or a terminal-based hand. Maybe Kokushi even, depending on the number of terminals. I haven't been able to catch a solid glance at his hand.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like he's on 8-9 now, actually. Wait, no, it's 9. So the same position Tramy was in the previous round, Zhiyu has now in turn 3. It could be a bit sooner, but it's still only 9 different terminals, so it's only 3 Shanten. And it has been discussed earlier in the chat, but a 3 Shanten starting hand leads to 3 Shanten is 9 different terminals and honors in starting hand leads to Kokushi win in 3% of cases, apparently. A little less, actually. That is from online games. And I believe all of them in Ho.
Oh, really? I didn't know that's where the statistic was from.
Actually, that's a blog, I believe, Path of Ho, that does statistical research on a variety of subjects. And one of them was Kokushimuso, I believe.
That makes sense.
And there were a bunch of random stats about it. There was even a 14 tile 13 type starting hand. That is Tenho Kokushi. Yeah. But that is the website, and it has a variety of statistics that do bring a little bit of insight on various edge situations or dilemmas. So it's pretty interesting. And I believe all of them are based on a database of whole games. And if I'm correct, if I'm not mistaken, it's Ho Hanshan. Short is Honan, but basically the highest room in Tenho, the online client, and in the Hanshan format. Alright, so not a lot of progress for Zhiyu's Kokushi. Now he's at the crossroads. Either he keeps Chanta Sanshanten or Kokushi Sanshanten. He cannot keep both. Yeah. He goes for Chanta.
And I think that is respectable.
Yes, that is I believe, the more realistic approach. You have one of 2 dealer turns in a game that's time limited, so you're not even certain to get your second dealer turn, especially if you start as North in East 1. So it is important to also value speed in those situations. You want to value, value, but you also want to value speed because you only get 2 dealer turns per game.
Exactly. And as we were discussing, the odds of actually getting to Kokushi Tenpai and winning the hand are very low.
Right. Speaking of speed, Tramy is already Tenpai for Chun Nomi, waiting on 6-9 so. She made 2 calls from Zhiyu's discards to get Tenpai. Martin does not call Chi on the 8 so. That would bring him to Ishanten. Maybe he's...
There is a decent chance he'll cut the 9s at some point. Maybe not.
He confirmed the Yonkan here.
Yeah.
Tsumo for Tramy, there it is. Very quick Tsumo. Chunnomi, 300, 500.
It doesn't change any of the placements, I believe.
It does not.
So, in a sense, it's fortunate for Zhiyu. He didn't get Oyakabrit by some Mangan or Hanuman. We saw a lot of those from Tramy in the last game.
Very true. Alright, South 1, this time with 58 minutes on the timer remaining. Reminder, in the previous Hanshan, South 1 was the last round of the game. The timer went up at the end of East 4. This time we have a full hour to see the end of the game. It is indeed a very fast-paced game compared to Hanshan 1.
I don't believe we've had a single repeat, have we?
Almost a drawing mistake from Tramy, drawing 16 tiles instead of 14, but she hasn't shown them, so there is nothing wrong here. Just has to put them back. Wow! Ton Anko from the get-go.
Wow.
It's not double East, it's not Dabuton, but it is still massive because it guarantees a Yaku. You can now feel free to open your hand to go for speed or stay Menzen, not make calls and go for a more valuable hand. It opens up a lot of possibilities for Tramy. Martin with 4 pairs, I could catch a very quick glance. Conor with...
The shapes were decent.
yeah, the shapes were
Uh,
decent.
Conor's hand is a bit rough. The A-test draw immediately is quite nice though.
Yes, it
helps
does
a lot.
give some life to the hand. Tramy... Oh, maybe Tramy could be looking for lower Sanshoku. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, depending on the next draws. It's a lot of bad shapes, though. It's 2 away, so it's pretty close to Tenpai, but it's a lot of Kanchan Penchan, so not exactly the fastest. Conor with a good draw that brings a second pair to the hand, which is very good for possibilities. Eight man, it's gonna be at Sumogiri probably. She dropped a 7 in turn 1.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised she didn't drop the South Tile, the noun, earlier, but she might be looking for value or ways to create value.
It's a good draw for Zhiyu.
Ooh, that backfired hard.
Yeah. It's important to also not let the backfires get to you.
Absolutely. I forgot to update the Dora. What is the Dora again? 9 man. No.
Yeah.
No, it's
I
not
think
9
that's
man.
from the last round.
Previous round.
Yeah.
6 pin, thank you. Okay. There it is. Zhiyu with a good hand. Looks like Pinfu might be possible here, definitely. Oof. That looks like another backfire here.
Yeah.
That would be very hurtful if she draws a Dora now, 6 pin. But, as you said, it's important not to let it get to you because you still want to play the best moves for the rest of the round. You have even more so of a reason to play the best moves because, like, your draws backfired. But still, Yi Shanten now, she pulls the 3 man.
Zhiyu also Rianmen Yi Shanten? Or just Pinfu?
Yep. Kanchan Penchan for Tramy and Yamen for Zhiyu. Martin Dianshanten here, but that's a 4-pair hand.
Right.
2 man keeps everything, but Hitsumogiri is the 7 man to keep an eye out for Pinfu. It's indeed slightly more likely if you keep the 2 man, because you would be happy with the 3 man draw. Also a way to play it. 8 man. That might be time to drop the south here, don't you agree?
Yes. I think it's a bit past time.
She hesitates, but she decides to keep us. Is it for safety? There is one
I
south tile
guess
out.
so. At this point,
He refuses the 8 man? I think he might have misread it.
yeah. I don't understand the reasoning behind that.
He might have
He may
misread
have
his
just
hand.
discarded too quickly.
Yeah, I believe so. He refused
Yeah.
Chitoi earlier, and now he refuses the Ishanten as well.
Apparently, according to Simon, he is making a face. I think he discarded a bit too quickly and didn't see the tile properly.
Yeah, he might have mixed it up between because the previous choice was not easy to whether to keep Chitoi or not, and maybe he went with a non-Chitoi route but still Chitoi mindset, and that might explain the quick Tsumogiri here.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, we do not get to see the players' faces as they draw. That might.
At this point, you probably have to cut. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's for.
The Ryankan, it's a bit too much.
Okay, he's back into the game. He now pulled the 6
It
man.
worked out.
He's back to Ishanten now. He's matching Tramy's speed for now. Tramy, Diankan, Penchan, Ishanten, 3 types of Tenpai. Martin, Dianmen, Shampoo, Penchan.
Zhiyu still stuck in Ishanten. Has not made much progress.
Yeah, oh, another Dora for Conor, but the hand is very tricky. It might be the trickiest one out of all 4.
Yeah. It's a difficult situation.
There is a possibility to open twice for Tanyao, and with the 2 Dora, that might be the way to go, because he's also riddled with bad shapes. Oh, Tenpai for Tramy.
I think that's the easiest path, yeah.
Which weight will she go for? It might be based on the number of tiles. She dropped the Dora. She dropped the. Oh, there it is. She discarded, tried to pick it back up, but decides to call Riichi with it. So she drops the 6 weights on the 3 so for Riichi Ton. That's exactly 44 on the dot, but if she sumos, that brings another 2 fu, which compensates for the -10 of the sumo win, which is still 40 fu. So that's a pretty expensive, guaranteed to be 3,900 points and 2,600 all. And Ibatsumo, that's Mangan! Oh my lord! Riichi Ipatsumo Ton before the Ura, so she has to open them. No Ura, so that's still Mangan as Oya, 4,000 from each. Which brings us instantly back to first. That's bad news for everyone on the table now.
Yeah, everyone's going to have to start playing a lot more aggressively, I think.
Yes.
With only 2 games remaining after this. Fortunately, we still do have 50 minutes left on the timer, so this should end up going to South 4, hopefully.
I believe so as well. That is an impressive fighting spirit from Tramy. She did not let the Chumbu and the backfires get to her after all. She's still getting strong hands.
Yeah.
We get in the chat, Tramy decides that no one's allowed any points ever again from Logsman, and planning to end the game in South 1 again from Crow77.
Yep.
That might be the plan
is
here.
Overwhelming everyone. Now, for the other players, it might even be reasonable just to try and win any cheap fast hand just to end Tramy's dealer turn. To keep the scores a bit closer together.
But Sparrow, look at this turning hand once again. Look at this.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, I think. It seems her flow is back. Although Martin with Chun Anko even.
Ooh. Hakuhatsu
complete
1
admit.
each.
Yeah.
Okay. Dora is 1 so? Is this what it is? There it is, yes, 1 so.
I believe Martin's hand is the fastest, second to Tramy's hand, of course, at the moment. He does draw another Yanmen, which is very important. And Zhiyu's hand is not bad either, but it's not nearly as fast as the other 2 players' hands at the table.
Yeah, I believe it's gonna be between Martin and Tramy for this one.
Although Tramy did decide to cut the 6-7 floater, which might slow down her hand a fair bit. Because I don't believe she has enough blocks yet.
Okay, Conor does have a hand, though. He might be able to catch it.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, but Tramy E-shunted now with a Yakuhai pair. That is insane.
Yeah.
Those pulls are insane. It might come out from Martin right now, though. There it is.
Yeah.
Is that a pong? Yes, that is a pong. Tenpai from Tramy. That is...
Wow.
If she drops 1 so.
For everyone watching, the weight is 3, 6 P and 8 so. Just in case.
Is she seeing it? She's not seeing it. Oh, she doesn't want to go to Dora. Maybe that's because of the Dora.
Ah, okay.
So she decides to refuse Tenpai and keep the Dora. So the hand from before would have been 2,900. Which, considering she's currently in first place overall and in first place of this Hanchan as well, would have been, you know, strong enough hand to keep things as they are, I believe. But if she does make use of the Dora, she will have an even stronger lead. So let's see how it turns out for her.
The confidence you gain from having such good flow is quite something.
That's true.
She might believe that she'll get back a more expensive Tenpai fairly quickly.
It reminds me of video thumbnail from I think it was Veritasium, where you see like 3 things in the podium. It's like third place luck, second place skill, and first place is delusion.
Yeah.
But what if delusion was actually confidence?
I mean, they're like on the same scale, right? You go too far, you become too confident, and that becomes delusion and arrogance.
I believe so as well. Oh, Tenpai for Martin. Chun, if he calls Riichi, that's good. Riichi Chun, 2600s, waiting on 1 4-pin. That's a good weight, that's a great weight. If he gets Tsumo and 1 Ura, that could lead to a Mangan-ish hand. As a reminder, we're not yet under rounded Mangan in EMA rules. That might come later, in 2026, most notably. But for now, it is without those rules. So I will eventually be abusing Mangan when it's really just 2,000, 3,900, or 7,700 in case of loan. Do forgive me for that. And Tenpai for Tramy again, but will she take the Tenpai this time? It's a worse weight.
And she has to push Dora on Ipatsu turn.
She has to push the door on Ipatsu turn. I don't think any of her tiles are very safe, it seems, from what I can see from Martin's discards. Will we see a 4-pin here or 2-pin Sumogiri?
She does have the 2-pin 1 chance at the very least. Just from
Yep.
looking at her own hand.
She goes for that. No Ipatsumo from Martin.
But this will likely lead to a 4P cut in the future.
Conor E-pin. Is that safe? It's not. It says drop 9 for now.
I believe he's already decided to play a bit more defensively with the 8M cut last turn.
He did drop a pension, I think, so he might not still be done with this round yet. We'll see what happens in the next few turns.
Yeah, he decided to
Tsumo!
not keep the... Cool.
Riichi Tsumo Chun. Now for some Ura. No Ura. Stops at 1,000, 2,000 plus 1 Honba. 1,100, 2,100. Inflicting the deal penalty on Tramy for 300 hand, which is not like huge, but still significant. So that will bring Tramy down to 37,000 points. Martin up to 29,000.
Go up to second with this. So it's a pretty huge swing for Martin.
Agreed. Updating the scores. Entering South 2. So now we're getting further than previous Hanchan.
Yeah.
That is of note. No Honba and no deposits. There we go. So those are the updated scores. Martin now begins his second deal turn. That is his first second deal turn of the match, I believe.
Yeah, I think Conor is first dealer, right?
Correct.
He's the only one who's had 2 dealer turns so far.
Yep. As well as Tramy.
Yeah.
Now it's
I mean, yeah,
turn.
if you count the...
Yeah.
Ah, right. No, stuff on this one.
Yeah, this one, yeah. Alright.
If you count the repeats, Tramy has had far more than anyone else.
That's very true.
But I
5M. Did I misclick? I think I misclicked. 5M. There we go.
Quite
Okay.
good.
Oh, Conor's hand as well.
2 pairs.
2 Shunsu, 1 pair of Hatsu, 1 Kanchan shape. Dora is fine, man. He has 1 Dora, so he has some value sources. It will be up to whether or not he keeps the hand Menza or not.
The scores are still fairly close.
What is
so
this?
He may choose to go for a faster open hand.
Did you see Tramy's hand?
No.
8 mon, 8 mon, 8 mon, 8 mon.
Wow. Martin does have a pair of Dora, 5 man as well.
Oh, that's true.
As dealer. So. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the rest of the hand is pretty like well, not very well assembled for now. So it requires a lot of work still, but it will be tricky for Zhiyu that has a contract of 8 mon.
Yeah. Regarding the Mansu shape in Tramy's hand, it's important to recognize that the 6M does give you 2 blocks with the 8M Uncon.
Right.
Because you can treat the 8M as a triplet and the 6 8M as a Kanchan.
Right. So it is important to not call count too hastily and to consider that you actually have some acceptance with that shape for now. Martin with 2 quick calls, edging Tayo Ishanten already. He's got a pair of Dora, you said, right? So it will be 5,800 if he gets Tenpai. However, his shape is that of an overlapping acceptance on the 6 so it might be a bit difficult to pull it off, but he can still draw a 7-8 so or 4-5 so to make it a bit easier. Conor Ishanten with Diankan. Actually, it's a pretty rare triple Kanshan shape where he can get Tenpai on 2, 4, 6, or 8. It's like a Kan Diankan sort of shape.
He could cut 7S here to keep the Yankan with Ipe and keep Hatsu open, but he decides to go that. 5S cut is also perfectly fine, I think.
Sorry for the shutter noise. I was taking a screen cap to show something.
Tenpai. He can take the Shampon on Kyuso Hatsu, which I assume he will.
There is Riichi, Ipe, Kodora, Takame Hatsu. That could be a Mangan. That's very big for Conor.
Yep.
It's a good weight as well, waiting on 9 so on the Hatsu. But Tramy, not too far behind.
Yeah, especially in a point situation this close. It's a pretty huge swing. Now, there is a Kabe of 8M, only visible for Tramy at the moment, so she might push the 9M. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, pawn from Zhiyu to get maybe Toi Toi with Nan. Chi from Tramy, so she won't be calling Khan. That's very nice. Tayo Tenpai 2-5, so dropping the Nan that gives Tenpai to Zhiyu as well.
Yeah.
So 2-man 6 pin, I believe, versus 2-5 so versus 9 so Hatsu, and Martin has the Hatsu that could come out at any time. If he sees,
or rather, it's a very tough spot for Martin.
Yeah, because
3 different players pushing.
Yeah, he's got 2 calls as well.
Yeah, and he does also have to push himself because he has significant value with the daughter pair.
6-man, all good. Oh, it might come out now. Or unless there is Gemitsu actually. 7 so was Gemitsu against the Riichi, not against the other 2 players though. 4 so, still fine, I believe. It's 2-5 so. 5 so, there it is, and that's Tramy's win. Wait, okay. She has this habit of taking the edge, the completed group last out of her hand, as if she was going to call Chi, but it's just she calls alone. She does that as well.
Chi, that's someone.
No. Sparrowhawk. No. Okay, so Tayo no Mi for Tramy, 1,000 points. Also grabs Conor's Riichi stick, which is plus 2,000, so she increases her lead a little bit, with Conor being 25,400 now, Zhiyu at 26,600. We move on to South 3. Conor's little turn. Conor, our current Irish champion.
Pretty decent high pie from what I can see so far.
It looks good.
Yes, East pair.
East pair, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Shape.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Dora is... I saw it was a Manzu, but I forgot already.
I should have checked myself as well.
Good shapes as well for Tramy. She's not stopping yet. Drops a lot of middle tiles very early on. 4-man Isadora, actually. 4-man, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. But so far she's made it work. Could be also a way to play safe since she has such a tremendous lead.
Yeah. I think it's still
Fantastic
important
ball.
to keep as much acceptance as you can early on, because you also want to stop other people from overtaking you.
I
But
agree.
he isn't so comfortable just yet.
There is never enough comfort in a 4-Hanchan match anyway. You're never, safe from a Yakuman. It could always happen first off.
That's true.
Now, outside of Yakuman, there is also plenty of ways to drop a crazy amount of points in just one Hanchan. Like, Zhiyu earlier got a minus 47, and Tramy currently has a plus 68.6 if the Hanchan were to end right here, which means if she were to get that bad of Hanchan, I don't wish that to her at all, but if it were to happen, it would mean that she's not so safe anymore, and she might not even be first if such a thing would happen.
Yeah. Conor decided to cut his pair of East, which is quite interesting.
Yes, that is intriguing. He denied the calls earlier on the East. I don't know if it was 2 calls or just 1. He did deny... Oh, it was Zhiyu's East. So he denied 1 East. There was still 1 left in the wall.
Yeah. I guess that kind of shows its intent to build a men's in hand. Usually I don't think you're going to get Pinfu with these kinds of shapes, but there's a small chance.
Ishanten for Tramy.
Ishanten.
Headless Ishanten.
Yeah.
It's not Headless Onko just yet, just because she doesn't really have the diamond to go along with the with it. If she were to draw a 5 or 7 man, that would be it. But if she draws 1 4 man, she's Tempa and Tanki, as well as 6 man and Haku, I think she kept. No, it wasn't Haku, actually, it was a Chun.
It was Chun, I think. It was one of the 2.
Oh, Tempai, that's the one we said, that's Tanki. Now, whether she takes Tempai right away, dropping 6 man waiting on Chun Tanki, that's good enough, honestly. It's 3,200.
Ichidora. Yeah.
50 as well. Or she decides to drop the Chun to try to wait for a Manzu multi-sided wait. For example, on 7 man, 5 man. Or... Well, there isn't that many options, actually. 8 man, I guess, as well.
Yeah.
But... what will it be? She goes for a second one, actually. She doesn't Riichi. She tries to wait for better weight. So either she tries to play a little less committal now that we're in South and she's still in the lead. It's possible to do both, I believe, because Chun Tanki is a decent enough weight and the value is strong enough. But it's also possible to just wait and see, try to play a bit chill, try even maybe to get Yaku so to not have to call Riichi and try to, wash up the round quickly without taking any kind of risk, without putting yourself out there exposed to a dealer Riichi or something like that.
That is true.
And now she... Okay, so we missed a few turns, and now it's time to choose between Hatsu and 6 man. Is she gonna be impatient, finally go with the Riichi plan, dropping 6 man? Which one is it gonna be? Ah, goes for it! So she gave it 1 turn, and then she decides to go Riichi on the Hatsu. How many Hatsu have been cut? 0!
0, I think.
It's all in the wall, I think, no?
Yeah. All of the dragons are in the wall, pretty much.
Oh, that's crazy.
There's one Haku that I think Tramy herself cut, and same for the Chun.
Yep, that's a rare 11 dragons, no, actually 10, well 9 now, I guess, in the wall.
Yeah.
That was a really rare situation. You get all 3 dragons, still 3 left in the wall each. It's not something you see every day.
Yeah.
The wall is tempai for dice again, just kidding.
I mean, some more advanced players might be a bit wary seeing discards like these.
That's true, actually, yeah.
Missing all dragons.
So it's not exactly like they're missing, because there are actually 2 dragons that were cut, not called. So either it means someone already has, a triplet of each, which is extremely worrying, or the likelier, of course, is that they're in the wall. But you can never be too safe against such a table, and it will depend on the other discards as well. Like, if the discards seem to tend towards a lot of honors being gathered and kept like that, then it will be even increasingly scarier. I don't actually know what Tramy's discards look like. I believe they look actually quite scary. She dropped the 3-pin turn 1, so it can never be too reassuring. Conor Ishanten.
Yeah, there's quite a few like central tiles early on.
Actually, yeah, but she's the one who dropped them, so she would not be the one to have those dragons, obviously. Unless she somehow declined 2 Oncon of dragons in a row.
Yeah.
Actually, but yeah, I was about to say 3, but she's waiting on the 3rd one, so that would not be accurate. Okay, will Conor be able to get Tempai though? He's dealer. Haku is safe. He's waiting on 7, 8, 9 pin or his other pair. I forgot which one it was. He has 1 Dora, so that's some value. He could get Ipeiko, so that could also be some value. Chun is safe. Oh, it's 8 So. Okay. So 7, 8, 9 pin and 8 So to get Tempai. Haku once again safe. Still 3 Hatsu left in the wall, by the way.
Yeah.
Non-Pon from Zhiyu. That gets him to Tempai. Actually, Dabunon. Waiting on Lianmen or Shampoo? Which one would you pick?
Lianmen, presumably.
Yeah, goes for it. 7 pin was not safe, but it is after the 6 pin that was dropped turn 5 from Tramy. Chun once again. Still no signs of Hatsu, by the way.
Yeah.
Hatsu currently on holiday somewhere. Oh, there it is! One of them. It will be dangerous. Conor wants to push a little bit. His last place got 3rd in the previous Hanshan, and he's currently dealer in South 3.
He does again recognize the danger, and he does stop it for the time being.
Karagiri, because he missed the Tsum on the Shampoo, but still 5-8 pin for Zhiyu. Stream cut.
It looks fine on my end.
Do we have an issue?
I think it's okay.
Working for me. Okay, it seems to be okay.
Yeah.
Maybe some connection issue for one of the viewers. Okay, all good. Oh, he defends. That's very... Oh, wow. Actually, in the side of dealing into either Zhiyu or Tramy, he decided to fold here. That's extremely, extremely resilient from him. Even though he's in last place in dealer, he's got some good danger sense, I believe.
Maybe he sensed the hesitation around the Chun cut earlier, and then the hesitation before Riichi as well.
Yes, that could be a hint. Well, the Haku and Chun are dead, but the Hatsu is now the main question. It's completely live.
Yeah. Lots of.
Oh, he piled up on it. So if he gets back to Tempai, it will be a deal into Zhiyu's hand, unless Zhiyu decides to break the Tempai at some point. But there are no signs pointing towards that for now. Goes for it. Still 1 Hatsu left for Tramy. 5-8 pin. I couldn't catch a glimpse of how many were left. I believe it's not a lot. It's a lot in Conor's hand. Oh, the last Hatsu was here. Tempai, but that deals into... It's Haite Tempai, but it will deal into Zhiyu for Hote. And I think it's Dabunon, I believe.
Yeah.
Hote Dabunon for 3,900.
Is...
No way. Will he get Hatsu?
No.
No way! He
No
dealt
way.
in. Riichi, Hote, Dora, 6,400.
Wow.
Was
Do
that
we have
Hote?
any Ura?
I believe it's Hote, yeah, it is Hote. Do we get any Ura? Tramy, please show us the Ura.
Ura. Ura, onegai shimasu.
No Ura. So it stops at 6,400, but it's still enormous. And that will hurt Conor quite a bit. Such a shame. He had the right tingling sense of folding his Ishanten to avoid dealing in.
I mean, that's one of the tough parts about Mahjong. Like, you can have good instincts, but believing in those instincts is pretty tough sometimes.
It is. Who called Riichi? It was Tramy, so there is no extra stick that goes to her. So I believe it's just plus 6-4. And Conor with minus 6-4, so that's 19,000 points. It's a bit of a shame because he had a Gambutsu as well. 9 pin was safe.
Yeah.
Because Zhiyu dropped it. And I'm just gonna... So I've updated the HUD now. I'm going to remove the Dora and update now. So it is Orasu, as in it is the last round of the game now. We're going to have to check all the scores. Tramy currently first place with 45,400, followed by Martin second place with 29,000 points, Zhiyu third with 26,600, and Conor now down to last with 19,000 points.
Yeah. I think all of the players, Martin, Conor, and Zhiyu, the last two particularly, are going to have to start playing pretty aggressively from this point on to try and make up that point gap.
Yes, it is starting to pile up into a very decisive point lead now with Tramy being at plus 75 if the game ends, and that is after a Chombo, so that would be a plus 95 if it went for it. A tremendous lead, with second place being Martin, who got second the previous Hanchan as well, with a total of plus 6.3 if the Hanchan were to end here, but Zhiyu is dealer and he's not done yet. Decent high pie, Rianshanten, 2 away from Tenpai. Dora is 5 so. I'm going to update that right now. And yes, as Nimitz Pro mentioned, Eat Sleep Mahjong t-shirt from Tramy. But once again with a quad start from Tramy. That's the second in the same Hanchan. Earlier it was 8 man.
And encore start as well from Martin.
Yeah. Was it Oncon as well?
No, Encore.
Encore, okay.
Not Oncon. Yeah.
Martin could be looking at mitigating the damage and just getting away with wow, she calls Khan.
Yeah. I mean, here I think it's perfectly fine to call Khan even turn 1.
Oh yeah, turn 1 is perfectly fine. It's more so, do you really need it?
I mean, it's always nice to get more points. You invigorate the table, make it slightly more worthwhile for everyone else to play.
And you make it more worthwhile for the viewers as well. The audience is pleased.
Yeah. Also, Martin, I believe, drew the 4th Shun just now. He didn't con just yet, but we might see it soon, hopefully.
That would be actually a very exciting round if it happens. Unfortunately, we cannot show the new Dora, but the new Dora is 2 man.
2 man, okay.
Oh, we got jump scared by the schedule.
We're back.
We are ahead of schedule now. There's like basically 52 minutes left until the next planned game, and it is already South 4. So it was a question from our colleagues that will take up, starting from Hanchan 3, the commentary, whether or not there will be a few, like a shorter break or something like that. It might happen.
I think we missed it, but Zhiyu was Tenpai, I believe, on Shampon, and he broke it for a Kutsuki Ishantan just now, I think.
Oh, he might be looking to actually get a valuable Tenpai to take the most. Oh, it's a beautiful Kutsuki as well.
Sozu Nobitan now. Yeah, it's a very, very nice Kutsuki.
Yeah,
you have Itsu, you have Dora Acceptance. There's a lot you can gain here.
And it's well known that when you are in that Kutsuki, so-called Kutsuki shape, that is sticky Shanten, when you're like with the 3 completed groups, 1 pair, and 2 floating tiles, when you have a 4 consecutive shape, that is, for example, the 5, 6, 7, 8 so that we see in Zhiyu's hands, it is very valuable to have that kind of Ishanten because it opens up a lot of doors, and quite a few of them lead to a good weight, that is, a good 2-sided weight.
It would be very interesting if breaking Tenpai there gives him enough time for Martin to con once his hand advances. Enough.
Right, because if he sees the Riichi, he might decide to just drop the Chun entirely, even all 4 of them. Oh, Tenpai back. It's another shampoo, but a more acceptable one maybe. Although no, 9 pins once cut, maybe 2.
Yeah.
It's not that good. Sanshoku maybe for Tramy. Does she go for it? It is a way to keep the Dora, by the way. You would drop 3-2 Mountain.
True. You're also getting rid of an overlapping shape.
She's overing over 6 months. She doesn't see it.
Yeah.
Martin doesn't call Chi here. Rough hand for Conor. Kutsuki still not a better floater.
No.
Sumogiri.
Zhiyu has been pretty unlucky with the draws so far.
For the
first
entire
two
match, I
games,
think,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's been pretty rough. There's Sanchuku here potentially as well. But this is probably the point where you have to call Khan already. 6S first is still fine. But
Tempai, there it is. And a good Tempai at that. Riichi Pinfu Dora
here we go.
with 6-9-man weight, which is great. That's
The early
5,800.
7-man cut is also very nice.
Oh,
It
yeah.
makes the 6-item feel a bit safer.
So-called Sotogawa trap, although it's turn 4, so it's borderline Sotogawa, but it can still trick players into dropping 9-man very easily, I believe.
Yeah.
Even advanced and experienced players. Conor draws the 9-man on Ipatsu, but has Gambutsu, so he drops
Yeah.
the 8 so, of course.
Now, Conor is playing a bit more defensively, but
Tramy might deal in.
Well,
She might deal in actually here. She deals in! That's a
Yep.
very, very good win for Zhiyu with maybe one Ura that could make it super expensive. No Ura. Stops at 5,800. And as you see, there were 4 Ura Dora here for Tramy.
yeah.
That could have been also very dangerous. But still, Riichi Pinfu Dora, 5,800. That's a huge, huge blow on first place from Zhiyu, who was in a tricky spot. So
It's a very significant win, yeah.
that's gonna be 32,400, I believe. And we move on to South 4 and 1 Homba. So the scores, the latest scores are Tramy still in first with 39,600, Zhiyu with 32,400, Martin with 29,000 points, and Conor with 19,000 points. Zhiyu continues his little turn. Dora is 9 so I believe. I can catch a very small glance at the Dora indicator around here.
Zhiyu's starting hand seems to be quite good.
Oh, it is. It looks very healthy. Lots of Dian... Well, one Dianmen, another Dianmen, a Kanchan. That's Dian Shanten with 300 tiles. No signs of Dora, but it's not impossible to use.
Since we do still have 20 minutes left for this game, he does have a bit more freedom to go for, like, more Denchan, even if the hands aren't too expensive.
Right, repeats and such.
Which is pretty rare in tournaments, I think.
That's true.
This much time left at the very end of the game.
Yeah. It's a massive contrast from the previous Hanchan. As a reminder to our viewers who are not exactly familiar with the EMA European rules, or just in general tournament rules, there is no Agari Yame. That is, the game continues even if Zhiyu gets up to first place and is last dealer, as opposed to most online clients that will force the game to end upon last dealer getting first place. Here, the game would continue until South 4 ends cleanly, that is, someone else wins, or the game ends in a draw and Zhiyu is no 10. Or the timer runs out and then we play one more round and then the game is over for real. So that is one important reminder to not be surprised if the game goes on, if, for example, Zhiyu were to take the lead now with those very good draws that might very well happen. But Tramy is not far behind. She's Dian Shanten as well. Maybe Sanshoku, maybe Tanya, or maybe both.
Conor is in a very tough position as well here. He needs ideally you'd want to aim for like the Mangon Sumo to go up in placement at least.
Not losing time
With
here.
the one Homba. But it's a tough spot.
Well, she got 4 pin? 3 man? No way, she cuts 2 man? So she breaks the young man and decides to confirm Taiyao.
Yeah.
Maybe she's looking for a quick pawn and then loan.
Yeah, I think she just wants to confirm first place. She's not looking too much at building hand value or staying Minton.
And it backfires.
It does backfire, yeah.
That is one of the risks. I mean, Mahjong is a game of randomness. You cannot really predict your next draws. But you
Yeah.
can control discards.
She might also have been concerned about having to call for Riichi no Mi, for instance.
That
exposing
is
herself
true.
To direct hits.
Or she could also decide not to call Riichi in that case and just stay
Sure.
Dama, but that's not very comfortable.
Yeah, it's also an awkward position to put yourself in.
So far, Martin has been the player to maintain status quo the most efficiently. That is trying to not lose too many points and keep a safe second place. It's worked well enough so far. I mean, he's not in second anymore. He's in third now, but overall, he will be second, and with scores around 0.
Yeah.
Choice now for Tramy. Which counter will she break? Tsumogiri. Oh, he's Ishanten though. What will he do?
Shunten.
He has the pair of shot at his own wind, dropped once by Conor, turn 1.
Yeah, he has a couple of options. Cutting the Shrine immediately is interesting.
Doesn't take the Ishanten. As a reminder, Kyuso is Dora, so maybe he's a bit cold at, like, getting cold feet at the idea of cutting the Dora now. Once again, maybe because of the mindset I was describing, that he was trying to maintain status quo and not play too dangerously. But it will be...
He is in a fairly neutral position as well, score-wise at the moment. Both in the current round and in terms of total score. So he doesn't have to play quite as aggressively as the other two players, I think.
Great pull for Conor, but does he still have time to take the Senpai here? It will be massive if he can get Mangon. Mangon Sumo with the counter will be enough to overtake Martin and take third. Wait! No, you're no 10, Conor!
No 10 Riichi, I'm afraid. This isn't a Chombo yet, since nobody else can see the hand. But it is a dead hand.
Yep.
If we go to Ryukyoku, a draw at the very end of the game, and the hand is shown, then it will become a Chombo.
Yes. That is quite a shame because he just realized, or rather, he just had a good draws and... Oh, maybe he mentioned it. I shouldn't have mentioned it.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe, it was... I was told he had a bit of a sigh.
Yeah.
Will it be enough for the other players to notice?
Of course, you can interpret that sigh very differently in a situation
true.
like this. He's in last place, his conditions are very rough at the moment, so...
Tramy takes Tenpai, sees an opportunity to end the game while still in first. Tenpai waiting on 8-so 2-pin. 8-so is 1 in the dead wall, that is the Dora indicator, and 2-pin 1 in the discards apparently.
Yep.
Martin Tenpai as well waiting on 8-so. That is going to be very tricky. There is not a lot of 8-so left. I think at most 1 and potentially 0. I don't remember the other hands so much. Will he call Riichi on that? Seems to be thinking. Breaks the
Riichi
Tenpai.
by Conor might be influencing his decision as well, since it's one of his main rivals currently.
True. So there is 1 8-so left in the wall. Zhiyu might also be looking to attack. 3-so.
Zhiyu...
Still with a good Ishanten, 6-9 It's 6-9 man, 4-7 so 2 5-pin, so it's a lot of tiles to get Tempai.
Yeah.
But they're all a bit running out, I believe. And he now drops 7 so.
Yeah. He's backed off a bit thanks to the Riichi. But I think he should still try to play a bit more aggressively.
He's not in a good spot overall, and he does have an opportunity here to keep the game going. However, the tiles are really running out. Like, another 9-man just came out, so the 6-9-man is looking pretty grim. 2 5-pin is also almost completely dead, I think. I don't know about
If you
2-pin
can at
actually.
least get
Tempai?
Aiken.
Oh, there is. It doesn't matter. There's Trombo anyway if it's Tempai. But then
Oh.
he doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Does it repeat?
Yes.
If there's a... Okay.
Oh, it's Sumo anyway. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, Tramy pulled the last. Well, one of the last 2-pin. It was the last one actually, yeah. And wins with Tayo Nomi. You shouldn't do that, Tramy. It's confusing now to count. Hang on. 2, 4, 6, 8. So it's 300, 500 still. 400, 600 with the one Honba. Okay, that's the end of Hanchan 2. That's another first for Tramy. I'm gonna update the score. So that's 42,000 points because of the Debo. -4 for Martin, so that's 28,600. -1, 4 for Conor, so that's 17,600. And -6 for Zhiyu, so that's 31,800. And the game ends here.